Hello. You can learn so much from watching films and television series and documentaries. Here's a way to make learning fun. We're going to show you two clips of a very funny British comedienne called Catherine Tate. We have selected some typically British idioms that you might hear native speakers using and given you an explanation of how they are used. Please watch the full clip each time, and then I will focus on some idioms for you to learn about. I am sure you'll enjoy.
The one and only Miss Catherine Tate! Look here!
I can't believe we've got double English.
English is well dry.
I don't see what's so great about reading anyways.
Nah, reading's for losers.
Ain't it though? At least we got a new teacher today.
Yeah, right, that'll be a laugh, won't it?
Morning.
Alright.
As I'm sure you're aware, my name is Mr. Logan. I'm your new English teacher. Nice to meet you all. Hope you're all ready to get to grips with some Elizabethan literature. Let's all turn to page 53 in our poetry textbooks. I think we'll dive straight in with the bard himself.
Sir?
Yeah.
Are you English, sir?
No, I'm Scottish.
So you ain't English then?
No, I'm British.
So you ain't English then?
No, I'm not, but as you can see, I do speak English.
But I can't understand what you're saying, sir.
Well, clearly you can.
Sorry, are you talking Scottish now?
No, I'm talking English.
Right. Don't sound like it.
Okay, whatever you want. Now, let's get on with Shakespeare.
I don't think you're qualified to teach us English.
I am perfectly qualified to teach English.
I don't think you are, though.
You don't have to be English to teach it.
Right. Have we got double English or double Scottish?
Is your name Lauren Cooper by any chance?
Yeah. Why?
Your reputation precedes you.
Ain't it though?
So, Shakespeare's Sonnets.
Sir?
A sonnet is a poem
Sir?
written in 14
Sir?
lines, the last two of which must form a rhyming couplet.
Sir?
Yes, Lauren.
Can I ask you a question?
Not just now.
Can I ask you a question, though?
Just wait.
But can I just ask you a question? I only want to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? I'm just asking you a question. Can I ask you a question?
What is it?
Are you the doctor?
Doctor Who? I don't know what you're talking about.
You look like Doctor Who, though.
I'm not Doctor Who, I'm your English teacher.
I don't think you are, though.
Lauren.
I think you're a 945-year-old Time Lord.
Listen,
Did you just pitch up from Mars?
don't be ridiculous.
You know your house, right?
What?
You know your house?
Yeah.
Is it bigger on the inside?
Be quiet.
If you park the TARDIS on a meter?
Can we please get back to Shakespeare? Thank you.
Elaine Figgis is 36 and lives in York. For the past few years, Elaine has been surfing the internet looking for romance. After a succession of unfortunate liaisons, Elaine has failed to find her life partner. Undeterred, she's back in the saddle, and this time she's finally got something to smile about.
Well, it all kicked off big time when I bobbed into my favourite Eurovision chat room, diggiloo.net, and got chatting to a chap called Bond Boy 68. He was nuts about Celine Dion and, well, as I look quite a lot like her, post-surgery, I said, why don't you come over and I can wow you with my fish finger pie? The rest, as they say, is biology. History.
So tell us a bit about him.
Well, he says he's an actor, but I've never heard of him.
So you don't believe him?
No. I think he works at Corphone Warehouse. Daniel, normal straw or crazy straw?
Crazy.
I was hoping for someone slightly better looking, but as my old dad used to say, Dems the brakes. Here we go.
2 weeks after meeting Elaine Figgis, actor Daniel Craig has moved into her terraced house near York. Does it bother you that Elaine doesn't seem to know who you are?
She doesn't know what I do, but she knows who I am. Elaine, do we have any Daddy's sauce?
In the fridge next to your Nuki Brown.
Thank you, my lovely.
So, Daniel Craig, you've been linked with some of the world's most beautiful women. Why Elaine Figgis?
Elaine is so caring, she is so warm, and in spite of what she's been through, she holds herself with great dignity.
I wouldn't go in there for a while if I were you.
The happy couple are now planning a holiday together.
I wanted to go on a package deal to Malaga, 7 nights, all inclusive, £199, but he said people would stare. I said, don't be ridiculous, who'd want to look at you? So, we're off camping in Kirby Moorside.
Are you driving there?
No, we're cycling. It's about 23 miles, so I thought it'd take us about 4 days.
Is that your bicycle?
Yeah. We got it off eBay. I did want one of my own, but you know what he's like. He thinks I'm going to go cycling off into the sunset with a tall, dark stranger.
I just wonder where I can see her. Come on, you.
Wish us luck.
Hang on. 1, 2, 3.
So how was the trip?
Not great.
What happened?
Well, I wanted to see some of the sights, but he just wanted to stay in the tent all the time, canoodling. Now, I'm all for a little romantic interlude, but he wouldn't let me come up for air. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a lovely chap, but he's no John Nettles.
So are you looking for someone more like John Nettles?
No. I'm looking for John Nettles.
Is it true that you just wanted to stay in the tent all the time, Daniel?
Yes,
Why was that?
because I'm in love with Elaine.
Well, I've heard that one before. Actually, no, I haven't heard that one before.
I love you, Elaine.
Yes, thank you, Daniel.
I can't bear to be apart from you, Elaine.
Yes, Daniel, we get the picture.
I want to spend the rest of my life.
This sake, Daniel, would you give it a rest?
That'll be a laugh.
At least we got a new teacher today.
Yeah, right, that'll be a laugh, won't it?
That'll be a laugh. This is mainly a British English spoken expression which, when said seriously and with no irony, means that will be amusing or fun. Here's an example. Come on, let's go ice skating. It'll be a laugh. However, this expression can be used ironically to mean exactly the opposite, or that something will be unlikely. Here's an example. You, in charge of this department? That'll be a laugh. Suggesting that you don't think your colleague has the slightest chance of being chosen to run the department. In the UK, the expression, "Don't make me laugh," is used rather like the American expression, "You're kidding. I don't believe you." We also use the expression, "You're having me on," to mean exactly the same thing. So, if you hear someone saying, "That's a laugh," they mean they don't believe it, or they don't think it's a wise decision. We'll dive straight in.
dive straight in with the bard himself.
Sir?
To dive straight in. This expression obviously comes from swimming. It has the sense of not checking or worrying about something, like the depth of the water or whether there are any rocks beneath the surface of the water. We use this expression to mean to start straight away, without any analysis or delay. It expresses enthusiasm for starting immediately. Here are some examples. Okay, so we have seen all the figures. Let's just dive in now and consider all the options open to us. I don't think he's interested in diving into a new relationship. He's just broken up with his girlfriend.
Did you just pitch up from Mars?
To pitch up from. This is an informal expression which means to turn up or arrive from somewhere. Here's an example. The movie star was startled by the hundreds of fans who pitched up at the entrance to the cinema, trying to catch a glimpse of their hero before he attended the premiere of his new film.
Life partner. Undeterred, she's back in the saddle, and this time she's finally got something to smile about.
To be finally back in the saddle. This expression means to do something again that you stopped for a long period of time. Here is an example. After months of sick leave, she is now back in the saddle and will chair this afternoon's meeting.
He was nuts about Celine Dion and, well, as I look quite a lot like her.
To be nuts about someone. This means to be passionate or enthusiastic about someone. We can also use this expression with something. It has an American equivalent. To be crazy about. The British tend to use the words nuts or bonkers to describe someone who is crazy or mad. Here is an example. Ever since they left the theatre, they have not stopped talking about her performance. They're just nuts about her as an actress. Buying that old wreck of a car for £500? You must be bonkers. It's not worth more than 50.
Is it true that you just wanted to stay in the tent all the time, Daniel?
Yes,
Why was that?
because I'm in love with Elaine.
Well, I've heard that one before.
I've heard that one before. If you say that you've heard something before, you mean that you are not interested in it or do not believe it, or are not surprised about it because you already know about it or have experienced it. It expresses a wry sense of cynicism. Here's an example. You get a free laptop if you buy that washing machine. Oh, it's a scam. I've heard that one before. It won't be free. There's bound to be a catch.
I want to spend the rest of my life.
This sake, Daniel, would you give it a rest?
Would you give it a rest? This means please stop. I've had enough. You use this expression to indicate that the speaker is irritating you and you want them to stop talking. Here is an example. You've been trying to persuade me to move house for 10 minutes now. Would you please give it a rest? I have told you I am not going to move. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Don't forget to pass it on, place a like, and turn on your notifications.